What you about to do?
I'm fixing to drop you off to visit Mrs. Boost, who's my friend.
Yep, Mrs. Boost.
Mrs. Boost. And you, Smiley, and Sexy Rexy.
I think you got a left at this light. Jeez.
This light?
Yeah.
What do you say jeez about?
Cause you're freaking...
So I'm gonna visit, Maddy's gonna visit them and see Caden and Damien, Racers and Snakes.
The house is right here.
I know.
Well, you're doing like 45.
And I'm gonna go try to fix Matt's flex plate. Make it usable.
Over at Flying Hammer.
That Flying Hammer.
I need out though.
Adios.
I need out.
Oh, I forgot. I gotta be a gentleman.
Thanks. Ugh. Rexy, we made it. He says, Dad, can you roll down my window?
Oh, you rolled down your own window. Go.
There you go, bud.
Racetrack.
Get your wallet.
You said I'm at the racetrack. Well, that's Virginia. That's drag or die. Right? That's probably drag or die.
Maybe.
You excited to be at the racetrack, Racy? You excited to be at the racetrack? Big pump, baby. Woo! That's in the mud. In the mud.
You ready? Did you see my text message?
What?
Did you see my text message? Take a wild guess.
Not first pair? First pair?
Left lane. Guess who?
Who?
Meatball.
What one?
Alan.
No trade? Got last pair.
I need to get the money bike.
Huh?
I said this thing's gonna take you to 60 foot.
Alright, so we are out here at Shadyside Dragway, up in North Carolina, and there is a free entry for the racers to the small tire deal. They've got two other classes that are more of like a street car class. Nick drew first pair. We're just now getting in the staging lanes. And racing Team Meatball. So we are going up against Alan Thompson and Butterface, and it'll be a good race. We raced them in the finals. Well, we raced Doc Holliday, the other car with their team, in the finals a couple weeks ago. We've raced Butterface a few times, but how's this? What do you think's gonna happen? What are you expecting?
I don't know. I'm expecting it to fly. I'm expecting to make it one of the fastest passes, even though we're first pair. That's what I'm aiming for. It might wide up the tire a little bit because this track is really good. It might wide up the tire a little bit more than normal because we didn't take the weight out of it, because when we're going rounds and, you know, in other races, I'm trying to make the chassis work without as much, least amount of physical effort as possible, because we generally just race the two of us. But so I want to run on the CO7 tire, and I want to run with the same amount of weight that we normally do on the front side stuff, so we don't have to worry about that stuff between first and second round or something like that. Or, you know, I just want to make the chassis so that I know what suspension changes I got to make and tuning changes I got to make. But it should. I mean, this is the best 60 foot surface we've been on yet, so we'll see.
Okay, let me. I'll try to get behind.
We've got 38 cars locked in right now that'll be taking the first round eliminations. Guys, you will have a second chance race. So if you do not win this round, get ready to come back around. It'll be an entry fee and 100% payback for that. So if you want to get in that second chance race, just keep that in mind. You got some awesome racing coming to you right here. 38 cars, 19 pairs for small tire.
not bad for
The car made a good pass.
I think took everything and was begging for more, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It took up whatever you gave it.
Well, that's usually a good sign. That's a good way to start. I mean, with how much we had to pick it up to win this deal, I mean, with how much I think we had to pick it up to win the deal, that's good. For a first pair off the trailer, that's not bad. I wanted to be a 1/10.5 faster, but ain't working. I'll take it. I guess I gotta take it, right? Even if I don't like it.
Well, yeah.
I don't know if I could call up the tuner and yell at him.
I mean, you could.
Nick, you're an idiot. We need more power. Or should I call up the chassis guy? Damn it, Nick. You screwed up the chassis adjustment.
Say woohoo!
Yeah! Oh my god. You got eyes on it? Yeah, I got eyes on it. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
How do you think this next round's gonna go?
Hopefully it goes well.
What?
Hopefully it goes well. Hopefully the car does what I'm asking it to do. It picks it up about a 1/10.5. Which like really does my first round tune-up that I was hoping for, which would have been a little bit on the fast side for first round. But if it does it this round, the car wanted to do it, but the tune-up wasn't there. So. It should make one of the faster passes this round if it gets down.
So we're fifth pair, right lane. We're racing Robbie Dollar over here with the Blue Mustang.
And he gets the win. He drove by him up top.
Shadyside Dragway, and third round is getting ready to start making their passes. I think that they've got one more round of the small tire second chance race, it looks like, but there's a pretty good crowd here. Corey usually brings out a good amount of people and has a successful event, I should say. So we'll go up here and talk to Nick before the round and see how he felt about last round, how he's feeling about this round coming up. So here we got the rest of the cars in small tire for round 3 coming up here. He ain't even here at the car. Alright, so we're racing Jarrett Bradshaw in the 3rd round here. He's got Willie Dynamite.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do the punky dance.
Do the punky dance?
Yeah.
I'm hurrying, baby.
Get down with your bad self. Want me some more money?
Here we are in the 4th round. And
we got to buy into the semifinals.
Daly Street looking for you. Lanes 4 and 5. Daly Street looking
I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work out because
Daly Street
they'll give me no 4th place.
4 and 5.
So
Daly Street looking for you. Lanes 4 and 5.
a little bit more tire pressure that pass, just to find the limit of a CO7 on this size wheel with this chassis and this chassis setup, and it knocked it off right at the hit.
Yeah.
So we're gonna back it down a half a pound. We were 60 foot and pretty good there, and the first 30 feet of that run was pretty good on par. From 30 feet to 60 feet, I feel was a little bit slow, but we're just gonna back it down a half a pound of tire pressure and run the same deal.
Cool.
So that's $5,000 is a lot of money, but we're gonna be racing some really high dollar races here coming up this year. So I'm trying to
Figure out where the car
find out what
stands.
the car really likes and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But we made some big strides as far as the 60 foot goes today in competition, and that's not necessarily the smartest thing to do. And you got to have a lot of faith in a lot of different aspects to be able to pick it up as much as we did before we came here to third round, and now we're going to back it down, and we're just going to work from 30 feet out, 30 feet to 100 feet or so, 30 to 330 feet, and unfortunately have some exhaust leaks. These are the headers that I built. You could even see the burnt up pieces from the optic armor from the dirty 30 and stuff on there, and so these things have been through the war, and we got some exhaust leaks there, and exhaust leaks are a nightmare to a turbo car. And right now I really wish we had a 50 shot of nitrous on this thing, because we'd be flying, because we'd be able to pick up our exhaust velocity again, and make the boost that this thing wants to see out here. So we're a fair bit mile an hour shy compared to where we've been on quite a bit of worse surfaces. We're only 3 or 4 miles an hour shy at half track, but we're significantly shy out the back. So that's something that Tom over at Flying Hammer is. I'm gonna get these off, and he's gonna take them over to Wally Stroop's place, where he's got a 4 foot long belt sander, so we could sand those suckers flat. So when we put these things on there, we're not going to have those issues. So we're probably going to do that before Dig or Die, and this might come back to bite me in the butt, but he's going to go find the snake again.
A snake?
Yeah, there's a snake down there, I guess. Snake?
Rex.
Get out of here. Get up here. I guess there was a snake in the culvert. So that might come back to bite me in the butt, but I'm pretty confident in what the car's capable of, that we can back this thing down enough. And the exhaust pressures aren't really messing with us nearly as bad in the first 60 feet. It's really from like 100 feet onwards where we're really starting to put some boost in this thing. On the backside surfaces, we don't really run any boost until for quite a ways of the pass. So we should be in fine shape. Cool the thing down, and final 3 at a pretty fast race.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good for a couple no preppers.
Yeah. What in the world is got going on here?
Well, I took this sucker off. Okay. A, because this looks like a hillbilly did it. because it doesn't fit like it used to. It used to fit like up in here because the fuel cell was at a different height.
Yeah.
Because I built this fuel cell for the homegrown hustler, then modified it for a straight gangster, and it used to fit like this, all nice and pretty and stuff like that. And now it looks like it's got like 6 fingers and like something's just out of place. You know what I mean? And then when we do with the front view for the GoPro camera, this like takes up a lot of view and it just bothers me.
Oh.
So we're gonna cut this off. Okay? Flush here. We'll use our hose clamp to wrap, so we get a nice square line on here. Friggin' mark it, cut it, put it in the lathe, cut this the threaded part off, and then we'll weld the threaded part back onto the lower part here. But I'm gonna weld some tabs to the inside of here. Tabs with some like 1/4" bolts or something like that. So we can toss this sucker on, right? And it'll just bolt on. So if we have to take the front of the motor apart or something like that, we could pull this off, pull the fuel cell out real quick, and we could access the whole front of the motor. Like let's say
For any reason.
whatever reason.
Yeah.
Whether it's a fuel pump belt or normal maintenance or whatever it could possibly end up being, right? Because it was one of those things where when you build a car in 2 months and 2 days, it just goes that way sometimes. But we were down on a fair amount on mile an hour this weekend at the Carolina Cash Days warm-up race. We made it to the top 3 there, but we were a bit shy on mile per hour. And I knew from the air fuel readings that, well, I should say the correction system in the Holley, it was trying to add fuel, and like it just didn't make sense to me. So we had some exhaust leaks, so it was reading lean and adding fuel. So I took fuel out of it to get some of our mile an hour back, but it just wasn't making the boost that it normally does. And you can see here, this one's really apparent. This is the header. When we were racing KD with the Homegrown Hustler, we got hit here, and this is actually from the compressor housing of the turbo. The turbo actually got smashed all the way over and smushed all this in. But yeah, so long story short, this flange got slightly warped, and it got, this is all exhaust leak here, all exhaust leak here, exhaust leak here, and exhaust leak here. So every cylinder on the even side of the motor was leaking pretty significantly. And an exhaust leak like that is it's freaking significant. If we had a little bit of nitrous on the car just to keep the exhaust velocity up, it wouldn't have been as detrimental. But yeah, that was pretty freaking significant.
Is that why it was spitting fuel, like,
Yeah.
out of the exhaust?
Yeah,
Because it was just...
fuel out of the freaking when the motor was cold.
Yeah.
The fuel's not completely atomized on methanol when it's really cold. When the motor's cold, I should say. So yeah, it was actually spitting methanol through here too, until it got warmed up. But yeah, these were some significant exhaust leaks. But Flying Hammer here, Tom used to work at Wally Stroop's place, and Wally Stroop is in South Carolina, I believe, but it's only like 35, 40 minutes away, and Tom has to run down there for some stuff anyways. I'm gonna probably, or I'm flying out to Texas in the morning to go pick up a motorhome-ish. Well, you guys were gonna have to come back for another video for that one. But yeah, so Tom's gonna run down to Wally Stroop's place, and he has a belt sander that's like 4 feet long. So we could make sure it's nice and perfectly smooth. And he'll do that to both headers. The other header's not nearly as bad, but this one's pretty significant. So we're gonna clean all that up, make the car a little bit more feasible, usable, and then if the rain holds off and I make it back in time, we'll race Dig or Die. So that's the plan.